Hello, everybody. I am so excited today. I am inviting New Bloom Solutions to this upcoming live. Oh my God.
Hello. How's it going, Mr. Blake?
Hi, how are you?
Nice to see you. Hear me well?
I can, yes.
Okay, perfect, perfect.
I had
You know, there's always these filters here that I see, and I'm always like, I want to try one on air.
You're going to be shocked, but there is no filter.
What do you mean?
I have lights. It's my lights.
Oh no, I got you. I got you. No, wow. But no, there's these little three dots that allow you to do filters. So I'm always
Oh,
looking at them, and I'm always like, should I play it? There you go. You see that?
yeah. Okay. Yeah, that looks cool.
It's kind of cool. Like, but there's something here, floral. Let me see this. Hey,
Oh,
check that out.
that's our FDC one.
Yeah, check that out. So I was like, I'm wondering, what are these? And then there's one that the other day I accidentally, look at that. But anyway.
Underwater? Where are you?
All right, no more playing. How you doing, Blake?
I'm good. I'm good. See, initially I thought you said I had a filter on, and I was like, my face looks that good.
You, you look great. You look great, man.
Um,
One day I put one and it gave me lipstick. I'm like,
it-
how do I take that thing?
okay, it might look good. Who knows?
It looked all right. What the heck?
I'm so glad though that you were able to join me today.
Thank
We
you for having me.
just saw each other at
Yeah,
Flora
Florida
Expo.
Expo.
Yeah.
Giving a shout out. I see Jet Fresh jumped on, so shout out to Jet
Yes.
Fresh.
Okay, actually, we got a couple people here. Eco Roses, hello.
Eco, yeah, they do very well in Berkeley.
Uh, Alani, hello, Lonnie. That is Kat Rivera. Hi, Kat. And then Jeff Fresh, yep. Okay, all right. We got a good 9 viewers. That's awesome. Well, first, introduce yourself. Tell people who you are. What you're doing. Just tell me all about Sahid.
I'm Saeed Naeem, the owner and founder of New Bloom Solutions and partner company with Above All Flowers. It is one company. We're a business solutions agency where we help connect growers and buyers, buyers and growers, and also take care of everybody's business solutions, such as website design, SEO, procurement, logistics, anything that you have a pain point for. We either have the solution in-house or we'll find the service for you. And then I've been in the industry for 17 years. I worked with Esmeralda Farms, started with Esmeralda Farms as a salesperson and a trainer, and then went to Royal Flowers, where I learned a lot as well with two great innovative companies, very high-end, good quality companies, great infrastructure, learned a lot from them both, and then decided to launch my own business startup 3 years ago.
Oh my God, yes. And how's that going so far this last 3 years? You have been so busy.
Yeah, staying busy, purposefully, planned busy, but
Yeah.
COVID hit, and really a lot of the stuff that we do is to create community within the flower industry. We like to give out news, support other associations, so a lot of that keeps us busy. We're excited because the Bloom Show we're going to Cal Flowers this year and doing a whole setup there. We're going to be at Next Gen as well, so
Yeah.
that is doing well, and then all the other aspects, everybody needs services at some point or another. So we're always there to help connect them, or we're doing it ourselves. So we're blessed that out of COVID, people woke up to figure out that we needed e-commerce, that we
Yeah.
needed more networking,
We need each
communication,
other. Yeah.
innovation, solutions, and it's been doing well. So thank you for asking.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm a big fan of the Bloom Show. Tell me how you
Thank you.
got into work with Willie. I never asked you, but Willie, obviously his family is huge in the industry. How did you kind of connect with him?
So David Kaplan's very good friends with Willie and with David Armelini as well. But I've always been very respectful to those who have paid the path forward, right? Who have
Ah,
built the path. I think I've spoken to you competition is in the mind.
Sure.
It's a mindset, and then once you drop that, you become collaborative and you help build something bigger than what you are, right? So Willie's always been great with me. I had him on the show when I did the show for Berkeley's on the Instagram live that I was doing every day during COVID when it first started. And from there, we built a relationship. But when I reached out to Molly Mullins and said I wanted to do the show at Wolf's,
Yeah.
she said, all right, give me an idea. And my idea was I'm not going to do it without Willie. Because I truly, not that it was a ultimatum, nothing, but it was like
Yeah.
I want to do it with Willie because Willie was the guy that when I was young, I'd see him walking around with a hat. I'm like, what is that guy doing? You know?
The guy.
And now I'm doing it. So I want to pay my respect to Willie, and Willie is really gun ho and helping and really paving that way for other people that want to make a difference in the industry. And Willie did his thing and really is a pioneer for blogs and for getting the message out there. So I'm nothing but honored to have Willie on our side.
Oh my God, yes. I mean, you two are both paving the way, honestly, in bringing together. I love those buzzwords: collaboration, community,
Thank
unity.
you.
Like you guys are amazing at bringing every part of the floral industry together. So
Uh,
that
Thank you.
that I'm sure everyone full out respects and loves about what you guys are doing. Which is why exactly I wanted to have you on the show. Obviously we met each other at FDC. Tell us your experience with WFSA and going to FDC. You're relatively a new member for like a year, I think. So tell us
Yeah,
about
so it's like first time caller, but long time listener, right?
yeah, yeah,
So this year with New Bloom and above all, we became members. But I've been going to WILSA since the day I could remember. Those were my training wheels, and so I've been going to WILSA for many years, making a lot of connections, making a lot of friends, learning a lot. But I got to experience it fully now as a business owner.
yes,
I've taken it to another level of taking the advantage of being at Wolf's, of doing things, of going to the seminars, of sitting down for the lunch. All of those things you don't really do as a salesperson. You just go in for 3 hours at your slot and leave. So I've been able to really embrace it. And I'm the kind of guy that I roll up my sleeves. Hey, where can you put me? Where can I? What can I
you
do? What
are,
can I do? I want to help. I want to help.
you are.
So we've interacted, we've done some things and promoting each other. So I appreciate you as well, and I appreciate Wilson for allowing us to do the Bloom Show with
Sure.
the Flowers and Scents show as well, and that has really meant a lot to us, and we feel that it's had great response. And as well, that's not I have to mention the Bloom Together after party, right? So
Yeah,
that was
of
something that I reached out, and Molly Mullins and the team was like, all right, let's do it. And the first year wasn't great because I purposely did it small. And then last year
course.
we had over 200. You were there.
I was
You were
there.
partying it up.
It was a
We
hit.
had over 200 guests, and it
Yeah,
was a great experience. And it was a great way of showing collaboration. We all put in a little money, and all of it went towards the event. And we were able to raise $600 for Florida State Florist Association Scholarship Fund. So something good came out of coming together, doing a little effort for a big impact, or
absolutely.
a somewhat big impact.
Oh, that's great. That's amazing. You raised that much money. That's amazing. I didn't even know that you guys were working together with that foundations, that scholarship. So that's fantastic. No, it was amazing having you there, meeting you. You were definitely in you had your toe dipped in every single pond, which I appreciate because some people don't really take advantage of like everything that conferences and expositions have to offer. So you definitely did those things. So that was fantastic. But you mentioned that you even put together this event at FDC and you raised some money, for a good cause. And that's kind of what I wanted to bring you on here and talk about today is the flower movement. So for our viewers who don't know, the flower movement is basically a grassroots campaign and it started from our immediate past president Gabriel Becerra of Golden Flowers, and he was like, "So let's not just think about the almighty dollar, and let's think about how we can come together as the floral community and basically share our feelings with flowers." That's his thing. That's his little pin. Everywhere he goes, he's wearing it. And
Yes.
he thought that this would be a great time to start our own campaign and really kind of bridge together everybody so that way we can do something a little bit more in our communities,
Mm.
um, and benefiting people with flowers rather than just, obviously selling flowers. We all know we want to essentially sell flowers, but they mean so much more than just that. So you did so much, at FDC alone, but I did want to ask you before we get into that on what you and New Bloom Solutions are doing and are going to do in XYZ. Um, Flowers. Why did you get into flowers? Why are they important to you? And what do they mean to you essentially? And why do you think they're important? That was like 50 questions, but just
So
really.
I got it was, but we'll get to one and then if I forgot, we'll jump into the other. But so flowers, when I was a kid, I remember my mom did a little design, and I remember smelling. You're gonna freak out. The smell of gyp, and I loved the smell of gyp. Some people hate the smell of gyp. Some
Okay.
people love it, and I loved status, tissue culture, status, and I just loved it because I saw the value. I was a 10-year-old kid going to the sales rack, right? Because I love sales. So I saw the value in that product, and I still remember when I worked for high-end fashion for Carolina Herrera and Hermes for a few years. And when I left there, I started looking around, and I just saw this ad. I applied to an orchid company, and then I applied to Esmeralda. The orchid company was more as being at the shop and doing orchids, like an orchid shop.
Okay.
And then I applied for Esmeralda, and that's when I just started getting into it. But after 6, 7 years, I started realizing how important flowers really are. Before, to the transaction of boxes, but through Royal Flowers, that did a great thing. And this is, I know one of your questions, maybe in that question, was the ideas of companies how to promote more flowers.
Yeah.
One thing Royal did was every Friday they would give away boxes of flowers to employees. So at 3:30 p.m. before 4 o'clock, we would go into the cooler, and there would be straight up 20 boxes opened up. And we'd grab flowers. I'd wait till the end, and then I'd grab whatever was left over, and I'd go around to my neighborhood and pass them out. So I drop them off just like you've seen that I did after Wolfsa and I did after Florida. I've been doing that for 6, 7 years, to the point. But going back to what Royal was doing, one, they're allowing us to understand the value of flowers, to interact with their product,
Yeah.
to get flowers every day, and to give it to our family members, to give it to our neighbors and see their happiness, and then create a tradition almost that I was doing that every other 2 weeks or something like that, right? And I would get my box, grab it, and walk around the whole neighborhood with it, dragging it, and I'm known as the flower guy in the neighborhood.
Oh,
And then another thing that we did was we go to with our church about 7 years ago. I decided we were doing a community service thing. We're all doing our own projects, and I said let's go to the fire departments. And the reason why, and I encourage people to use this idea in your city or state, fire departments are known to have the highest divorce rate. Why? Because they're not at home. It's a
yeah.
lot of stress, right? It's a lot of stress. So it's known to have the highest divorce rate. So my hope is you give someone a bouquet, and the husband or wife takes it back to their family and creates that happiness and that happy moment. And
Oh.
what's funny is after Flory Expo, a couple of the companies we work with donated the flowers to me, and I went to the fire department. And when I was getting there, I was getting out with my box of flowers. There was a car that saw me, made a U-turn, stopped, got out. It was the chief of the fire department. He goes, "You're the flower guy. Where have you been for two? Where have you been for 2 years?" And then he's picking on it because I hadn't gone since COVID. So
Right.
he remembered the flower guy. The firefighters all remembered the flower guy, and that meant to me that it meant something to them.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
it was a cool experience. I'm in West Miami. I'm known as a flower guy.
That is so cool. The fact that he turned around and was like, "Yo, you
Yeah,
are
and he was
the
on
flower."
site. I was like a little nervous because just so you know, there's in the donating to fire departments, there's a little stipulation
Okay.
where you need to get it approved, or it can't be attached to a company
Okay.
because I guess it's the politics of it.
Sure.
But if you do it in a blank box, no branding, anything like that,
Oh, okay.
it's okay, But I did that. And then going back to your question, still answering that question,
Yeah.
it means a lot to me. Flowers mean a lot because obviously they're a part of your life before birth, baby shower,
Yeah.
to after birth. right? So they're always a part of our lives. So we really embrace the fact that we're making people happy, we're adding joy. Hashtag flower smiles, for example.
Yeah.
Um, I've never given a flower without a smile, right?
Yes.
So things like that, it really means a lot to be a part of an industry that is such a part of so many people's important days in their lives. So
Really
it's as
is.
simple as that.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, I mean, how much does it take out of your day, you feel like? I mean, everyone knew you as the flower guy. Like, you went out and you did these things. Is it hard to do these things? Is it like, something that we have to think really hard about? Is it something that we have to stress over? Is it something we have to pull money for?
So again, if you're not strategic but resourceful,
Yes.
right? So in the beginning, I was working for Royal, free flowers, and that was a great program for Royal to do.
Sure.
It was free flowers. Then after I was on doing my own thing for the year before COVID, during COVID, and customers that wanted me to inspect their product or wanted us to represent them would send them, and I wouldn't throw them away or just use them for myself. I would get the extras and do it. So just having that intention in mind doesn't cost you anything to a point. If you're going to dump flowers, have a program based around your dumped flowers.
Yeah.
Miami, gets rid of a lot of flowers that we throw. So have a program, find an employee that's open. At Royal Flowers, I was the employee that they come to me and say, look, we have 100 boxes of pink roses during November. We can't get rid of them. Can you find us people? I would make phone calls and donate them to organizations. So I'd spend, a couple hours, and I have a knack for that, and I like to do that, connecting
Yeah.
people, you see. So it's really just having the intention, and it takes me 30 minutes to walk around my neighborhood to pass out the flowers. It takes me 10 minutes to drop off the flowers at the fire department or the police station when I'm coming from work with a box of flowers. So
Absolutely.
just having that intention, that thought, it's not a lot of work in a way. The
Yeah.
reward's a lot better, I guess.
Oh, really is, yeah, and that even shows the fact that you made that impression on the firemen, that they were able to not only recognize you but absolutely like appreciate the things that you're doing. You saved some marriages, Sahid. I bet you
Or just
probably
a nice dinner, whatever it was, but you could think about it that you made someone's day that day,
you
so.
do. Absolutely. And so segueing into that, you already spoke a little bit about what you've done, in the past. Do you have anything going on now or going into the future that, you guys want to provide some kind of community service with flowers or without flowers or anything like that? Are you guys in the midst of doing anything? I know you're a new business and you're busy, but like, what is it that you might be doing down the line or even currently?
So one thing we do is when people reach out to us that are doing an event, we connect them. For example, Golden was one of them that we connected right in the beginning of COVID. So we reached out to Golden, and we had a sponsorship to do with Eula Goose. So we're always open to organizations and nonprofits that reach out to us to get connected with suppliers, right? So we're okay, cool, but we walk them through a process. What are they going to get back? What's the marketing materials?
Exactly.
We educate them on how to give something back in return, because it's a sponsorship, it's a collaboration, and both companies want a little, marketing, at least in some cases, right? So we always have to be considerate of that when doing that. I'm also working on a couple other things, but not having to do with flowers, but
Sure.
having to do with entrepreneurship and startups, where we're starting to create our own initiative to support them. So
That's
when they come
great.
into the industry, they could reach out to us. They do a pitch contest, and then we give them some sort of support as well. And that's just an initiative that we're going to continue to grow. And we're working with a couple of associations to get it out there. But that's just to inspire the flower industry to continue to innovate and to support entrepreneurs and things that are different, right? But
Yeah.
when it comes to the flower thing, I've been doing my thing. I am August 8th through the
14th.
what is
Yeah.
it? So August 8th through the 13th. I'm planning to connect with my church, and then to go around to all the fire departments as well, but not just my city.
Yeah.
Go throughout Fort Lauderdale, Hialeah, different cities here in Miami,
Yes.
and create. We've done that before. We'll get like 20 people, divide them into 10 groups. give them boxes, and then they'll all go to different fire departments and drop them off.
Oh, I love
So we're planning to do that. So in that case, we're looking for sponsors. So any products that people would like to donate, please feel free to reach out. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you need the product. You
amazing.
need the product to do it, you know?
I really so, and I spoke to a few of my past live folk that really to make a difference, you do not have to use flowers. I know that this movement like kind of centers around using flowers, but as people in the flower industry, like doing different things that can, really inspire people and make a difference in those different kinds of ways is amazing. So, for the fact that I know like Valley Springs, like they would just go to the local school just to spend some time with the children, not even to like give flowers, but just be there because they don't have mothers and fathers. They don't have people to look up to. They don't have people to spend time with. So they would go and they would just do that as a group, as an activity. And even things like, I know Rosa Prima, a great example was that they were just doing some things for their internal employees during COVID because, they were kind of, feeling some type of way working from home all the time. And, so it doesn't have to be, you have to go out and do stuff or you have to use flowers, you can do several different things in every kind of way. So I love the educational part that you're talking about in helping entrepreneurs. I know Corinne had said the same thing. How she would go and she would just give a speech and talk about hey, this is my business and this is how you can promote yours and this is how I want to give you those resources to build off of
Yeah. Same
your
here.
your ideas and your creatives. So
Yeah.
I know.
And Kareem's been a great, support, and we like to encourage each other. Kareem's a pioneer in the startup world when it comes to the flower industry,
Sure.
and that she's been an inspiration. I've seen her hustling for years, so I've always told her, man, she's a star.
Yeah,
And truly, we want to be able to build a community around startups and entrepreneurs to encourage more of that. And I always say it, and I know people might be tired of me saying, is be much more curious than judgmental when it comes to new things coming into the industry.
for sure.
Like 10 years ago when the websites and e-commerce were like, that's not gonna work. But we weren't curious of how might that work, right? And some of us were, some of us weren't. But it's really creating that environment of supporting, of collaborating, of
Yeah.
connecting them, of giving them a fighting chance, which we're calling it the Blooming Start Initiative. So giving them a blooming start
Yeah.
to get going within the flower industry. So that's really important to us.
Oh,
But again, flowers are awesome. So if you
yeah.
have leftover flowers and you're at a show and you see me there, hey man, Sahid, can you take these? And I might be able to do something with them or find someone else, right? But don't throw them away. Right, that's it kills me sometimes when we're at a Worcester show and we're just dumping the flowers when I'm just like, there's so many
Oh,
things we can
I
do with this
know.
sucker, you
I
know?
absolutely agree because like, and we fly to Miami, so it's not like we can like throw them on our airplane. But I actually did take one bouquet back to my partner, so I was happy about that. But no, I absolutely agree. Like it really only takes for you to just walk up to somebody's, go to a neighborhood, walk up to a house and be like, here's some flowers, just drop it on the step, or go
Yeah.
in a grocery store, pass out the flowers to different people, walk up in a hospital, into an ER and be like, here's some flowers. You might be feeling ill or sick. Here's a little something, something from us. What am I doing with my body? I don't know, but
And,
I'm into
and,
it.
and the other thing too is like, do you ever go to a restaurant often where someone takes care of you, serves you?
Yes.
Doesn't hurt to take them flowers, and you won't. The smile on their faces will be ridiculous. The reward is amazing, So there's times like that you just pay it forward, and if you got some too many of one bouquet to bring home, give it to someone else, give it to a stranger, or just leave it at someone's doorstep like I do.
Absolutely. And which is fantastic. I know you have to get going soon, so I did want to wrap up real quick.
Wow, this went fast. This went really fast. I looked up 5 minutes ago and it was,
Really
geez.
fast. It's so
Yeah.
sad. Um, if you had any last words though to say anything, maybe give any advice or I know you've already given so much valuable advice and commentary, but if you had anything else to say, what would it be?
let's say talking about the flower movement, it's just move, right? Just take a step forward. Don't be afraid to reach out to companies and ask them for sponsorships. If you're a florist and you want to do something in your area, just ask. The worst thing they could do is say no. There's a saying in Spanish, knocking on a door isn't entering. So you can knock on as many doors as you want, and some will open. So reach out and don't pester, but reach out and try to make a difference by showing flowers. This flower movement, I like it a lot. I've told you how much I support it because I do believe it is a grassroots thing to create that comfort level, that habit of seeing flowers. So, for example, we do it with the fire department. I'm almost sure that a gentleman that passed up and gave a flower 2 weeks later might have bought flowers for his wife,
Yeah.
because he saw the reaction. So starting that chain reaction is much easier to do than we think. Even by handing one stem of flowers. And my little nieces love flowers, but they always see flowers in our house. So creating that environment for children, for neighbors, for strangers, to really enjoy flowers is only going to pave the way forward. So my hat goes off to you as well for doing this to get that message out. I think you're doing it amazing. People are really enjoying your show. So my hat goes off to you and congratulations. And again to Golden for starting this, and for Wilson for taking it on. I think there's a lot of potential with this.
Thank you so much, Sahid. Those words are amazing. I mean, all same to you. You're doing fantastic things right now for everybody in the floral community with the Bloom Show, being present, going out and doing the things you're doing to help spread the joy of flowers. Like, that's what this is all about. So just right before we sign off, though, I do want to say Flower Movement Awareness Week is August 8th. So if you need to know information, just go to flowermovement.org. Or just hit me up on social media, DM me, say, Blake, what do I do? And I'll be like, do this, do this, do this. Whatever, whatever you need.
So Blake, I love to become the interviewer.
Yes.
So tell me, Blake, tell me about the flower movement. What is the flower movement?
The flower movement is...
But Flower Movement Week. Tell us about Flower Movement Week.
Flower Movement Week. This is what you got to do. So all you have to do is figure out what it is that you can give. So if you want to give flowers, or if you want to give, supplies, floral supplies, maybe you want to, go volunteer, at a shelter or a senior center, whatever it may be. Figure out what you want to do, what, products you want to have, or what service you want to supply, and get with your team. Organize during that week, to the 8th to the 14th, organize a day and a time on when you can go and you can do those good deeds, and share on social media. Tag WFSA, use hashtag OneFlowerFamily, use hashtag Flower Movement, hashtag Flower Movement Week 2022, whatever you want to do, just so we can see it, so we can share and spread the love even more so. Spread the joy. We want you guys to just do something and interactive and actually, we want to get up from our desks. We want to get up, get out of the farms. We want to go and actually do something. We want to take action in our communities. Because, there's talking the talk, but we want to walk the walk. So let's do that. Let's get together. So yeah, that's basically the week in general. I'm really excited about it. WFSA is going to be sponsoring with the DV Flora because they're local to here. So we're really excited to partner with them. So yeah, find someone to partner with. Ask us for help. We're here for you.
Awesome. I want to make sure that the audience knew what was Flower Week, and I think that's a great initiative, and I look forward to participating.
I'm so glad you will be. I'm so glad you joined me today. Get out of here. Have a great week.
Take care. Thank you again, man.
Of course.
Great things that you're doing. Take care.
Everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for joining. Oh, Juliana. Hi. I saw a couple people I see there. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Thank you again.
You too.
Bye-bye. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.